First of all, we sat down actually with the DeLoses last week, and we were kind of trying to think of something. And I said, hey, why don't we do something like would be appropriate if we did something in the park, just kind of end the season and just kind of like wrap things up and do some awards and you know, have a little cookouts. And we came up with the idea of doing the whole barbecue thing. And first of all, thank the parents and everybody for. So, just wanted to kind of like recognize some individuals in terms of their, you know, what they've given to, you know, obviously the first year of an organization is obviously, it's very hard because there's no traditions behind it. You know, there's some traditions that we take from the cadets, you know, like short hair or how we stand in retreat, or, which I thought you guys were great with all that stuff today. I thought that stuff was awesome in terms of how you guys represented the cadets and how you guys did that.
Yeah.
And I thought you did it. I thought it was great. I thought that you were, when we needed to be kind of like loose and hang out and be like the rest of the drum lines, you did that. And then when you did the score thing, you guys were great. So thank you for representing the drum corps and the cadet organization the way you did with that. That was awesome. Right? You did that very proud. I got a lot of texts and a lot of Facebook messages from alumni and the drum corps thanking you guys doing it that way, right? So it's good. So we got together, we talked about some awards in terms of individual recognition, and obviously when you start a group, it's tough because you know you need leadership, and you need talent, you need leadership, you know you need a great staff, you need all those things that you need to be able to pull it off. But you know I think there's some individuals that did some great things for us in terms of how they represented and how they went about doing their things, and how their leadership characteristics that they had. I thought they did this really cool thing. So this awards, I'm going to announce the awards and let the individuals talk about those people individually. And the first award, we should take this little cardboard thing. Oh, he just broke. Duct tape will fix that. All right. Our first award is it's actually the Zildjian Award, okay, and it's going to Abigail Mullen.
Oh, it's because she plays the cymbals, and it's a cymbal.
Right now? Yeah, you're going to go.
Yeah, this was an award that we kind of just created because Abby did such a good job, just in general. She was definitely the only one that ever knew which way the floor needed to be folded. And she did a great job with the cymbal line. She's been here since the beginning. She's been a good model member, so we felt like that needed to be recognized.
I actually talked to Al Moffat about this today, and she actually is going to get an award from Zildjian. So Alright, we kind of went through and did some different categories, and I thought, like in terms of this category, like we had some awesome performers this year, in terms of what they did, but I think there's two individuals that were, in terms of how they added to the drum line and what they did in terms of their performance level, these two people I think to me stick out the most. The first one I'm going to say announces from the pit section, and it's Annie Cherry.
Annie has been a huge asset to Sweet Pit. I kept adding to her parts more and more. She would ask any more notes. She kept nailing them every time. And I know Jeff Prosper wanted to have this one. Annie!
That's the highest on the shaker.
And then our second individual player of the year is Anthony Shaw.
Anthony's really good. And he has a really good attitude. That's all you need to be good in this activity. You just want to be good.
award, this next award is the most improved, and I think, well, obviously, you think about you guys as individuals and kind of where you start out, the beginning of the process, and where you end up. Everybody probably should get this award. But I think there's 3 individuals for me. There's 2 pit people, and there's 1 battery person that really sticks out to me in terms of their growth, mostly because of experience, kind of coming into it. Some people maybe not having much experience at all, and then they just kind of figure it out. And you watch them figure it out, And I actually want to talk about this person right here. I was very concerned when they first started, and to watch that person grow. And then, really, what's the most key for me is you watch somebody who's kind of like swimming down here and kind of swimming for dear life, doggy paddling, and kind of hanging on. You want to throw them a life vest, but you really can't. You kind of just got to let them keep doing it. And they kind of come up for air a little bit, and they come up for air a little bit, and they come up for air a little bit, and they kind of figure it out. And this first person, and I knew she figured it out because she said to me, this is going to Brittany Frankel. Woo! I said to her at the end of 2 weeks ago, and I said at Unionville, I said, Brittany, you're getting really good at this. And she said, I really love this. Yes! Swimming and hanging on and figured out how to change patches and learning notes and Chelsea teaching her things and to figure it out and being a great asset to the organization. So thank her. She saved the letters on her keys. How awesome is that? Sorry, that's major. Then we gave her a couple more notes next week. E flat, E flat, E flat. I'm gonna let Mr. Montero speak to this person.
Monty.
So this person came in first couple camps.
You know what? He might be one of the originals. Is he one of the originals? Wasn't there the first one? I don't think anybody was there the first one.
Yeah, 100% support. So he came in with a lot of passion, willingness to learn. We had a lot of intuition about what was expected of him, but it wasn't immediately there technically. And then I was incredibly surprised by how much he grew with the technical skills and performance skills. And this award goes to Dominic.
Yeah, dog.
All right.
This last guy is being presented actually for the battery.
Yeah, so for the most improved, we gave it to Matt Herron. So basically, Matt, he was one of the first guys that came. He was there pretty much,
First day.
He was there from the beginning. He was there when there was only a few bass drummers there, and he stuck it out. I remember just times, like especially like the first visual block that we did, we were just doing like a block drill, then we were doing some easy body stuff, and he was really struggling, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if he's gonna cut it. But throughout the season, like he grew so much. He always had a great attitude, was taking in information. I could tell he was going home working during the week, and he deserves this award. So Matt for most improved.
I think, obviously we talked about the individual thing. I think we had 3 people. I think obviously you guys are all great performers and everything, but I think we have 3 people on the floor who are like just awesome performers. And I don't mean when they show up at a show and they do it. I mean like at rehearsal when it ain't good, they're performing. You know what I mean? Like they're doing their thing. And, I think these 3 guys, they're leaders in name, but they're also leaders in terms of how they do things. And that takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you to constantly have to show up and do it. And sometimes it's natural for you to be able to do it. And sometimes I think all 3, I don't know, I think for all 3 of these people it's not natural, but they just do it because they know that's what you have to do to be great. You can't cut any corners. We talk to you guys at rehearsal all the time about if we want the show to be great, you gotta figure it out on a Saturday afternoon in the middle of February while you're doing this, and you have the love to perform and do those things. And I'm gonna let these guys talk about the guys, but I'll just bring the 3 people up here. We have a best performer, it's Joe DeLosa. We have a best performer, and I think the world of Joe. I think the world of Matt Kopp in terms of what he brings to the table.
Yeah, man.
And also, I don't know about when he doesn't have the drums on. I don't know about that part. And for me, an awesome performer at all times is Connor.
Yeah.
Show day.
I think it's like a pretty rare experience to get a student that comes kind of out of nowhere.
First day.
Ever since day 1, Matt's done a great job of really improving on his execution of his performance and his playing. He's definitely taken tremendous strides throughout the year. And he's become one of the most consistent players I think I've had the pleasure of working with. And he's standing for the show. He's the top of it.
Alright, so what really impressed me about Connor is that even when we're not at a performance, it's been one of the hardest things in the pit is getting the face right, the body right, and making sure we're communicating all the way in the box since we don't have the visual drill to kind of help the show. And he's been a leader not just in the front ensemble, logistically, but in the performances. He always kind of carries everyone kind of on his back and he entices everyone to kind of push the next level. And go for it.
Alright, well, you guys all know Joe. I think Joe did an excellent job of not getting beat down when we would be on him, even though he's a great player. I think Travis and I gang up on him regularly, and he shrugs it off and just very, very good at not being affected negatively or taking things personally. And that's why he excels in the performance thing, because you don't get beat down and you don't have that self-consciousness. So it's really a very prime example of consistent performance. And I think Joe, along with the other people who did March Cadets, I mean, much of what we did, was from kind of the vibe you guys brought from the Cadets, and kind of have a little bit of an understanding of what you guys did, and then kind of very mutually mix it with kind of the weird experiment that this was. It wasn't just what you guys wanted to do, or just us. It's very organic. I think you were very integral to that. So.
Alright, we got 2 awards left. One's from the battery and one's from the front ensemble. I think, for me, again, I'll say this thing, there's people that are leaders, there's people that are, I think we have a lot of strong leaders in the group. I think for these 2 specific people, they're not leaders in name, but I think that they go about doing their thing in such a way that it's infectious. There's never a question. You know, it's like, push that over there, okay. Pull that over there, okay. Unfold the format here, okay. You know, get that over there, you know, whatever. Whatever we got to do to make the group great. And those are the people that you need. You know, you need people that aren't affected by, you know, like negative things or all those kinds of things. Like, you know, I don't want to do that right now. Or, you know, when someone else is getting down, they'll help them. Or a piece of trash falls on the ground, they'll help them take care of those things. You know, your organization needs people like that, and it's a thing that never goes recognized. It doesn't, you know. And I kind of see those things from afar. You know, like the person who's helping with the gym at the end, or you know, the truck's got to get done, and there's 3 feet of snow on the ground, and we got to figure out where to get these speakers and that snare drum and this. Those people are doing those things, and they're not asked to do them. You know, I say, you know, it's like I said this saying, and I heard George say, you know, you need people that, you know, like you can tell people with character, and I think you guys all have this. Like if there's a fire, you know, you can tell people have got it figured out. They're running and going helping, or they're running the other way. I mean, I think you guys all do that, but I think these two people specifically are very strong with that, and we would not be who we are without those people. And those 2 members of the year are Dante Cleveland and Mariah Graham.
Dante is another one that's been here since the beginning, you know, at the audition day 1, and even before that, when we knew this was going to be started, we had talked about it with him, and he was just on board with everything. And I mean, especially with him, like he's done this he's done this activity on the highest level that it can be done in, you know, and he's here, not that it's beneath him by any means, you guys are great, that's not what I'm saying, but he's here, and he's bringing you guys up to that level. Like he's a great role model. Like Rich was saying, like he doesn't take reps off. He could have gotten the performance award. He could have gotten the individual player award. That could have been any of them. You know, he's just done a really good job, and I appreciate your attitude.
So Mariah has been here not since the first day, but second. And she came in with an incredible attitude. She knew she had a lot to work on when she came in, and every single weekend you can see the improvement. She was kind of, never got frustrated. She always saw the goal at the end, and along the way she's gained incredible passion for this organization, this activity, and it's incredibly infectious. I can, it's a pleasure to see her perform. She just goes all the way. Logistically, morale-wise, she's a cadet. Congratulations.
Yeah, I know you guys have some stuff for the staff. It's probably the pit. The boys don't think about that. Like, oh, it was always awesome at North Penn. Like, the color guard would get like the staff like a TV, and the drummers got us like a bag of M&Ms. We're like happy about it.
So we would not be where we are now if it was not for our staff. And I think the pit spends most time with our staff. So we got some small things for our staff members, and I'm sure you all will thank your staff members as well. Your presence on the mail.
M&Ms for everybody.
Right? Yeah, and then we have something specific for Rich to give. So we just want to give them some thank you gifts.
So we gave them pictures. We took this picture of the pit and the staff, and we had them framed. Then we gave them each their like favorite candy that they've been eating all season. But for Rich, we know you're really gonna miss us.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we got a couple things here for a couple other people here, so we're going to get those out right now.
Yeah, so we wouldn't be getting where we are for people that just kind of make everything tick. First person, not tick, I guess. First person is Larry. I've known Larry from this summer. He's always been a great asset to the Cadets organization. And he was driving the bus when we all were sleeping, so it's a pretty smooth ride. As you can always
Come back next year now, don't you?
And if it weren't for this next guy, John Keegan, we just would be. Oh, where is he?
Joe!
He actually might be on the show.
That's like John Keegan, everyone.
There he is!
Well, anyways, we all signed this drumhead and.
All right.
Alright, listen, just real quick, I just want to kind of close this down. Got a couple of logistical things we need to talk about. But I do again want to thank these guys. I mean, a lot of passion, a lot of care. You know, they definitely care about you guys and want you guys to have the very best and everything. And glad that we were able to do that for you and give everything. And I know Travis and I got together last year at it was like a year ago. Last year about this time, and we talked about trying to start a drum line with in YEA and under the Cadets name, and that's kind of where it happened. It was Travis and I and a couple other guys. We went out, had some dinner, and we talked about putting some things together. And once we figured out that we were going to get this thing going, he worked like a bull in a china closet to make sure you guys got everything that you should get in a good, he's totally tenacious, taking care of the things that he's got to take care of to make sure you guys have the things that you do. So, and that really was kind of like the catalyst of everything. That's where it was kind of born. Travis and I going, you know what, we could do this. On Monday morning, I'm not sure if I want to do this, but I'm glad. As I said to you guys, everybody says, Rich Hammond, you work at YEA, that's a cool job. It's a job. You know what I mean? But you guys are the ones that really make it well worth it. You really do. Like when I get to come out here and work with the staff, watch the show get put together, be creative, help you guys perform better, and you grow in so many different ways. Like, I would say 99.9% of you guys aren't going to go and play with the Philadelphia Orchestra. But you are going to take these skills about not giving up and persevering and concentrating and like all the things that you guys work so hard at. You're going to take those skills and you're going to do this. You're going to apply this to other things you do in your life. You're going to kick ass with them. There's no doubt. And these guys definitely helped you do that. They just never stopped. They were just kind of like make sure you guys stay on top of things. So I like to thank these guys. All right. Yeah. Obviously, John wasn't here for his award. John's, guys drives trucks for us, gets everything where it's got to go. It was not an easy winter to move equipment around this year. Every Thursday seemed like it was some other kind of pile of drama that was happening at the lot. We were trying to get equipment out to you guys. But I want to thank John for being there for us all the time and making sure that everything got to where it had to be. There was never any. And last but not least, he's my go-to guy. I would not be able to stand at the end of a weekend if it wasn't for Shuey. He gets us from point A to point B. He helps me me figure out things. He's always there with every little thing that's got to get done. He does it, gets it, takes care of it. He works harder than anybody in the office. It's amazing to watch him, everything he's doing. And we had this thing to prepare for this weekend, and the Cadets 2 are rehearsing this weekend.
And Iron Pigs.
And we had Iron Pigs. So we had stuff going all over the place, and we would be up, we'd be up a creek without this guy. So from the bottom of my heart, I can't rave enough about what he does for us.
Yeah, Steve.